Robin.
Here's your headline. Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yeah.
movie star, ex-politician,
Father of bastard children.
loves to fuck pigs in his wife's bed.
Oh,
That's
no.
today's headline.
Now, how do we know where they had their sexual intercourse?
I love the paper. In her bed was the headline.
Oh.
Well, fuck, if you're going to fuck some broad, where you supposed to fuck her?
Home field advantage. You can do a lot better in your own bed.
She's
right?
like, all right, honey, I'm going to do a speak. This is how she talks. I'm going to do a speaking engagement back in Boston. I'll see you in a week or so.
Okay, sweetie, I'll see you when you get back.
And then, of course, the pig jumps in the bed with Arnie.
Yeah.
Where are they supposed to fuck?
Come here, let's cuddle. Oh, God.
Yeah, this is getting better and better, this one.
Oh,
no
Arnold.
surprise, right? No surprise.
No.
God, she gets uglier by the day, too, doesn't she?
She's just a fucking slob.
Someone wrote on my Twitter while I was on the bowl. That she looks like Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler.
The Wrestler, yeah. Not the young Mickey Rourke.
No. So that's your headline today. In her bed.
In her bed. Did you think she found some pubies? Some straight pubies? Because that woman doesn't look like she shaved down or nothing.
No.
Oh.
No, Maria finally went to this maid or whatever she did for the household. I still don't know, really. And basically said, all right, look, is that fucking Arnie's kid or not? She was suspicious for years.
Oh, shit.
And finally said, tell me, is that his kid?
Yeah.
And then she, I guess, finally kind of came clean.
Is that what happened?
I think that's what the paper's saying today.
I jerked off on the toilet seat. She sat down when I was jerking off. It was accident. Shit.
Anthony's a good one. How many hacky Arnold Schwarzeneggers are people hearing these days?
Plenty. I don't even do it going. To be honest with everybody, I do a parody of everyone's hacky Arnold impression.
Sure.
Because you got to just go.
You've made it your own.
Yeah, you just kind of.
You have your way of doing voices that makes it your own.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
got it. You know, put your own thing on
Jimmy,
it.
do one. It's so easy.
Yeah.
I've been doing them for years. I'll do them.
I asked Jimmy.
I know he don't do impressions. I'm terminating everything.
That's a good one. It sounds just like him.
Thanks.
I'm terminating everything. Should have terminated the fucking pregnancy.
I know. It's funny. Well, God damn it.
What was
You're
this?
pregnant.
Did you guys see the South Park clip of them trashing him?
Oh, no. I
Because
heard
you know
about it.
how those guys, they sometimes don't hand in South Park episodes until like an hour before they're supposed to air.
Yeah.
So they actually, on Wednesday, got a nice...
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
This is one of their last South Park episodes because, you know, they're going to be dead soon, Matt and Trey.
Yeah.
The Muslims are after them.
Muzzies.
The Muzzies. Here we go. From South Park.
Then it turns out the Terminator secretly had a kid 10 years ago, meaning Terminator could be his own father. And then Skeletor gets angry and wants to fight him. No, dude, that's not the trailer for Terminator 5. That really happened. Skeletor's real.
No, dude, that's not Skeletor. That's Terminator's wife.
Skeletor's a lady? God damn it!
Skeletor.
I just like the fact that they managed to actually get that in. They remained so topical.
They took some dialogue out and just put that right there. They probably had like an hour to write that. And like, we got to get something in.
Throw something in there.
Let's throw something together.
Skeletor's a lady.
They're, they got some Muslim guy that's pissed off at them for portraying Muhammad in the bear suit. Yeah.
Again, that's back?
But he was in the suit, though.
But he's in the suit. That was the whole thing. They didn't show him. He was in the suit.
Where's the Muslim guy mad at them?
Matter.
What else is new?
Doesn't matter. He's been making threats and posting their address online and calling for...
Is he still doing it?
People to... yeah, he just got arrested, I think. And calling for people to visit their house.
But that was a few months ago.
Well, actually, it was a while ago, even longer ago, the episode. I guess this guy's just been, had a hard-on for him for a while.
Just
started posting threats. Threats.
Well, let them deal with that one.
That's all right. That's okay. Obama's making everybody happy over there.
Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
That old gag.
Yeah, he's going to get peace over there by
How many people believe
that they should go fuck themselves?
Yeah, he wants to kind of shrink their borders a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Go back to the 1967 rules.
67 rules.
Is that what he's saying? It's like we got to start by going back to 1967. Well, how the fuck do we do that?
Pull the borders back to the 67 borders.
How do we do that? Time machines for everybody.
Yeah.
How do you pull borders back, Anthony? You know a little bit about this.
You take all the settlements that the Israelis have built and you knock them down and tell the Palestinians that it belongs to them now.
Wow.
That's what you do.
And who's pissed at Obama for this?
Every Jew and every Israeli. New York Jews, I believe they did vote. There's a lot of Democratic New York Jews.
Oh, yeah.
And they are not happy with the Obama.
I do look,
his base.
Not to be too political, but I do wish they would stop building new settlements. It's like, come on, guys. You got to fucking stop building new settlements.
Well, the whole thing is, it's like they have these buffer zones, so they build their shit, and then they have to make a buffer zone between where they built the shit and the Palestinians, because the Palestinians just kind of launch fucking shit into their new houses. So then they, expand their borders, but then they take that buffer zone and they build on it. And then they go, well, now we built on the buffer zone, so now we need a new buffer zone.
Yes.
So it just kind of does grow out and grow out. They're just trying to hold on to a little piece of Israel, piece of fucking their Jewish homeland.
But the headline is this old gag.
Oh,
Every president
believe me.
I guess if you're the president, you got to try this thing, right?
Yeah, you got to try to, make everything great and everyone happy over there.
Well, he mentioned Israel 28 times in his speech. Palestine only 4 times.
Well,
they're keeping track now.
I think they're not happy with what's going on, though. The Jews not happy about this one.
Obama's fault?
Well, that's Obama's opinion on the whole situation. I don't think he really has a say in the fucking matter, to tell you the truth. But the Jews are very mad at him.
Can we go to Israel?
Oh, please, David.
And our resident Jew?
Yeah.
David in Israel. David?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Hi, David.
Hello, David.
What do you think of Obama and what he's saying, sir?
Actually, nobody is happy. The Jews aren't happy, obviously. The Arabs aren't happy either because they're saying he's not doing enough. Sorry.
He wants it. I think the Palestinians want it pulled back to the pre-1947 borders.
Yes. They're not saying that. That's the one. I just want to explain something. Before 67, they were in their land. They were there. We were in our land. In 48, when the original borders was set up, it was set up the way it was till 67.
Yeah. 3
countries attacked us. We defeated 3 countries attacking us. I believe it was Egypt, Jordan, and I think it was Syria. In a week, we killed all of them. We took over a big chunk of Egypt. The only reason why we didn't go towards the capital and take that over is because the Americans told us not to. We were 40 miles out.
Go Jews!
They attacked us. We beat the shit out of them and took their land. What do they want? I mean, does Mexico want California back? And I believe Texas as well?
I think they do, but...
Yeah, but that's never happened.
Well, California sold them anyways, and I was giving them back. But
they gave back Southern California, at least. Northern California is all about the Asians. So.
But don't you think they should stop building new ones? That's my issue. I understand that Israel took that when they got attacked, and isn't it the 30-day war? They just kicked the shit out of everybody?
30-day war? It was a 6-day war. We kicked the shit out of 3 countries in a matter of 6 days.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Crazy Israelis.
No, but he's right. I forget what the air count was. There was no Israeli jets lost, and they fucking shot everybody else down. I mean, their air force was superior.
Beat the shit out of their tanks. Those Israelis,
6-day war, yeah,
don't you mistake your American Jewish person for an Israeli, because those Israelis are
they don't fuck
amazing fighters when it comes to defending their homeland.
But David, don't you think they should stop building new ones, or how do you feel about that?
I feel they shouldn't, but at the end of the day, we got the land fair and square. We didn't start up with them. They came over to us and started fucking with us, and we got them. I mean, if somebody came into Ant's house with a gun, what should he do? All right, take my shit. He's gonna blow his head off.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if this shit would happen to America, how long do you think the United States would sit around? If Canada decided one day to stop throwing shit over, how long
Canada. You know what we tell Canada?
Lick my sweaty balls.
Right. Canada.
We find a way to apologize and make it our fault.
Oh, you know
for provoking
something?
Canada.
You're absolutely
David,
right.
We would apologize and give them what they wanted.
Yeah, hold on, David.
Hold on,
don't go anywhere.
I got a Palestinian that is really not happy with David the Jew.
So let's see if we can make our own peace accord right here. This is Mike from California. He's Palestinian, and David in Israel, who of course is a Jew.
And this is exactly what Obama's trying to do. So let's see if we have any luck. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, first of all, David should learn his history and shut the fuck up.
Oh.
So basically,
that's a good dialogue.
It's not like somebody walking and gun into Anthony's house and saying, "What are you going to do? I'm going to take over your land." It's like Anthony going over to his neighbor's house, beating the shit out of him, and said, "What are you going to do?" And then when somebody retaliates, you fucking shoot bastard! Terrorist! Hold on! That was a 1948 partition, you bitch! Why aren't you following that 1948 partition? No, you want to land! See, you know what you're talking about! You know what you're talking about! The very first terrorist, you terrorists who blew up all the blew up the British. Remember that? Or you remember before 1948? Remember that? Well, no, you don't remember that. No, you don't want to remember that. Oh, there was no terrorists before the Palestinians were there. Oh no, there was no Palestinians in the land before we got there. How about that one?
We were here, you were here. In 48, we split it evenly. We were nice. In 67, we were attacked. What should we do? It's not Ant going out. Someone's coming after us. What do you want us to do? Sit there? Okay, take all my shit? No. You attacked me. I beat the shit out of you. I took your land. You want it back? I'll give it to you. But if you're going to go ahead and keep fighting, look at Egypt. We took a big chunk of the Sinai Desert. We were in a fight with them. We were in a war with them, okay? We made a peace deal. We gave all their shit back to them. We gave them back their land. We're living nicely, happily with them. How are we supposed to make peace with people that don't recognize us? We're willing to recognize them, and they just keep blowing up innocent women and children. We only go after people that are coming after us. The only time children...
Let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done.
Okay, the only time that they've gone in Gaza and gone after people and children have been killed is when they were going after terrorists. On your end, the terrorists hang out in the populated areas where there's a bunch of children so they can be casualties so they can...
Okay, hold on. Let me know when... Jesus Christ. Stick to a point. Stick to a point. You run over 12 points. Stick to a point. Make 1 point. Don't sit there and bring up 15 different points.
Because I'm bringing up one point and all your problems and all the shit you lie about and then you won't talk about it, be honest about. Now talk.
Okay. First of all, very, very, very first of all, you guys don't want Arabs in your land. And I can tell you this for personal experience.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, go ahead and talk over me. Go right ahead. I got an important thing.
You're right. Talk. Apologize.
I can tell you what. Because very simply, my father and his father, they were born in Jerusalem. They were born in Jerusalem. My father is 75 years old. Guess what? My father can't live in Palestine or Israel for more than 3 months at a time. You know why? Because they don't allow him there. Well, he was born there. He can't live there? Why can't he go back? Me? I can't go visit. I'll tell you why I can't go visit. Because I'm an Arab. I flew back to go visit my parents. You know what they did? They put me in the next plane and sent me back. You're not allowed in Palestine. Period. You don't want Arabs here. First of all. Second of all, see, you keep talking, bro. You keep talking.
Go on.
Go ahead. Interrupt. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stick to 1 point. I got that point right there. How come my father, who was born in that country, how come my mother, who was born in that country, can't live in that country? Answer me that question.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think they should.
Okay, fine. Hold on, we'll skip that point. You don't know that point.
You're not going to let me respond. You're going to say your shit and not let me respond.
I would say that you can't. Your father can't go there because it's not the same country anymore. Things change.
Isn't it called the right of return? Is that what the problem was? Where they were afraid, the Jews were afraid that they won't be the majority anymore if they allow all the Palestinians to return? No, I'm asking if that's it.
It's more than that. It's more than that. It's more than just the right of return. I'll tell you what the biggest problem is. The biggest problem is that the Jews are not having enough kids in that country. So what happens is that if they gave Palestinians any types of rights, within a certain number of years, the Palestinians are going to overrun and have a majority.
Right.
So the way they
Like the Puerto Ricans here, right, Mars? Where did Mars go?
Basically. So in the way
having more kids.
You can't be there. Gaza is separate. You can't have an Israeli passport.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have an Israeli passport. You're not allowed. So what they do is they bring in Jews from outside, so they can try to keep the population. My parents, my uncles, my brothers, they're born there. They're not allowed in that country. Whether it's a different country or not, they can't live there peacefully. You know, I'll tell you exactly what it's like. I'll give you a perfect example. If you're an Arab and you have an Israeli passport, it's like being black in the 40s and 50s. If you're a Palestinian, it's like being an American Indian. All the stuff that was done to the American Indians was being done to the Palestinians.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's being worse.
Don't worry about the American Indian. Why? Can I go to a Palestinian casino? Hopefully the blackjack dealers treat me better.
You know what? There was a casino in the Arab population, in the Arab side of the Palestine, because the Jews didn't want it.
What do you bet, clits and fucking stonings?
Hold on the phone, David, in Israel. We got Chris in Massachusetts who wants to talk to the Arab.
All right.
All right, go for it. I'm here.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, to that filthy Haji, and nobody fucking wants you in their country because you just fucking blow people off for no reason. Why don't you get with your buddies and tell them to cut the shit, and maybe people will start letting you in.
I love the Boston.
Spoken like a true Bostonian.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even fucking know your name.
That's Chris.
I was born in the United States. And my family, my wife is born in the United States, and my kids are born in the United States. We're all Muslim. We have no interest in blowing anybody up. So whoever you're talking about is a minority, not a majority.
All right,
so
let's go back to David.
You go back to wherever you want to fucking come from. You hit town, hillbilly town, and go fuck your sister.
Oh. So, David, are we going to get along with Mike or what?
I have no problem. Which country is the only country in this area that's a democratic country? The only country that's a free country in the whole area is Israel. We have a big Arab population in this country. We have no problem. The only country that gives social services to people that curse them out every single day is Israel. In America, if a senator got up and cursed out the United States, they would throw him out in a second. You have two Arab parties here in Israel that their whole slogan, everything that they have is demise of the country that they're in. And Israel still lets them stay around. No other country in the world would stand for this shit. If anybody in America got up and said, I don't like Israel, I don't like America, we're a bunch of idiots, they would throw them out in a second. We're the only country that let you guys in. We're the only country where people that don't like us, we give them freedom of speech, we let them do whatever they want, and all they want is more and more and more. We're willing to talk, but there's nobody to talk with.
Whoa, hold on. You're the only country that gives what? You don't give Arabs anything. I'll explain something to you. The Palestinian territories, they don't have control of electricity. There's no Palestinian electric company. There's no Palestinian water company. There's no
Palestinian us because they came to us for it.
They can't what?
You know, because you guys came to us because you guys get this shit yourself.
No, absolutely not. This is because Israel doesn't want us there.
Why don't you build it yourself? Why doesn't the Palestinians?
Because it's not allowed. It is restricted. They don't allow you to do this. And Israel doesn't give any Palestinian any aid. No way. Absolutely not.
One second. Let me explain. Sorry, there's two differences. There's the Palestinians, and then there's the Arab Israelis who live in Israel. If you're an Israeli citizen, we're going to take care of you. If you want your own country, why should I take care of you? It's like the Mexicans. Well, actually, it does happen in America, but it's like the Mexicans that want free aid from America. If they're not American citizens, why should they get it? If you want your own country, do your own shit. Support yourselves. If you're an Israeli, even if you're an Arab, it doesn't matter what religion you are, you will get money from the state. If you're a student, you're a Christian, and you're in this country, the state will give you money and they'll help you support yourselves. It doesn't matter who you are. The Arabs in this country get a lot of support. The Israeli Arabs that are here, they get whatever they want. They get all the social programs. If you're not an Israeli, you want to be a Palestinian, you want to be a different country, why should I support you? And yes, this is unheard of. Let me just finish my point and you could talk. Israel collects taxes on behalf of the Palestinians, and we give over the money all the time to them, knowing that money ends up turning around against us. So whenever any of your products come in, we tax it and we give you the money. Which other country would do anything like that?
Okay, first of all, you're bullshit. And I'll tell you why you're bullshit.
That's not true? Okay, why am I bullshit?
Okay, I'll tell you why it's bullshit. Because when my father goes to visit in Israel, and we got a house there, bro. There is a freeway driving right by our house. And guess what? If you're an Arab, you're not allowed on that freeway. Only Israelis are allowed on that freeway. If you're an Israeli Arab, I'm telling you, it's like being black in the 50s. You have your separate water fountains. You have your separate freeways. You're not allowed on these streets. There are Israeli Arabs who cannot go from one part of the country to the other. Why? Because their last name is Arabic. There's no way you're going to sit there and tell me that an Israeli Arab has the same right as an Israeli Jew. No, whether you're an Arab, whether you're a Christian. Wait. You spoke, right? You spoke.
Go on, dude. Go on.
Hold on. See, what most people don't realize is that there's a lot of Palestinian Christians there who are treated the same exact way. Besides whether you're being Muslim or not, there's a lot of Palestinian Christians who are treated the same exact way.
All right, hold on. Hold on, David from Israel. Everybody wants in. I want to go to TJ, who has lived in the Middle East. And TJ, you're on with Mike, the Palestinian.
Morning, gentlemen. I was in Bahrain in the Navy for a couple of years, and I tried to get a feel for the land by, when I'm in taxis, I talk to the cab drivers, because they have a pretty good feel of what's going on. So I said to the taxi driver once, I said, what's up, the Palestinians, why don't you invite them into your country, Bahrain? They seem to be having a lot of issues over there in Israel. And the taxi driver essentially said to me, Palestinians, how do I say in your country, America, they're the same as niggers or trailer trash. We don't want them in our country.
Really? Is that because you wonder why the Palestinians aren't given a homeland by, Egypt or any other of the Arab countries around there. Why is it so necessary to have a piece of Israel?
Anthony.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anthony, I'll be 100% honest with you.
Yes.
If Israel took the whole country and said, "Listen, we are going to treat everybody the same," anybody who says no is an idiot. Absolutely is an idiot. They will not. They don't want the Arabs there because of the population. The Jews are not growing fast enough.
Well, is it the population, or is it that there has been a history of violence against the Israelis by Arabs in their own country of Israel?
Well, hold on for a second. There's two separate things there for a second. One, it's the population because, and I'll give you a perfect example. In California, there's a lot of Hispanics, and Hispanics are in the government. The Hispanics are part of the community. There's a huge effort in that. That same scenario is going to happen in Israel if they gave the Arabs citizenships. I mean,
but let me tell you something. It's not. You're talking about. I don't buy the analogy of anything American put onto Israel and the Palestinian situation because it's a different place. Israel doesn't have the constitution we have. People don't automatically get the rights that Americans have. I know they do have their own version of a constitution, but it's not the American Constitution. So if they want to discriminate against Palestinians, I believe they are allowed to. And I think they have to do things purely out of self-preservation, because over the years it has been proven that Arab people do not want Israel there, do not want the Jewish people to have a homeland there, and have tried numerous times to wipe them off the face of the earth. And that, I guess, that left a bad taste in their mouth.
They hate each other. Listen to these two guys go at it.
Oh, I know.
There's a special.
I love that, you Jew motherfucker and okay sand nigger. That was and that was within the first 5 seconds of the conversation.
That's what Obama's going to hear if he gets a couple of these guys together.
Do you remember? I don't know if either one of you saw. There was a special done by suicide bombers. A teenage girl suicide bombed and killed another teenage girl. In a supermarket. It was a pretty big, story. And the mother of the Jewish mother of the victim and the Palestinian mother of the bomber were trying to meet for like 5 years. And they finally met like via
Skype?
Yeah, they couldn't actually get it together. It's so hard to get it together over there where they could just meet in person.
Wow.
And at the end, they just fucking hated each other.
Shit, they couldn't make like a moment.
Dude, I saw a special on the Holocaust where a woman who survived the Holocaust.
What?
And a lot of Jews are mad at her because she forgave the Germans publicly.
Oh, really?
And she just cannot live with the Palestinians. She fucking hates them. They hate each other.
Yeah, there's a guy on Twitter saying, tell this fuck they don't let them on their freeway because the fuckers would blow it up.
I know. See, now on the other side, I'm not going to say that every Palestinian or Arab is blowing up every part of Israel when they go in there. But you can't blame the Israelis for being a little leery when they're surrounded by people that hate them. And it is a little difficult, I think, to get some kind of agreement with the Palestinians when it's almost like you're opening the door to your enemy. And I know the Palestinians don't feel that way. They feel like, this is our homeland too. And I don't think that's ever going to get solved.
Yeah. Here's the issue.
Okay.
David, you're back on the line, by the way, just so you know. David from Israel.
Okay, so here's the issue. In the 1980s, there was before
Duran.
the Intifada,
80s rule.
before the Intifada, there was a lot of peace. And the reason why there was a lot of peace is that because the Palestinians were able to go to work, they're able to do what they're doing. If you look at it now, they built these walls that are called apartheid walls that they are to protect themselves. But what this is you're laughing, Dave. What this is that they can't go to work because they're not allowed through that wall. So now it's like, well, I can't go to work. I can't feed my family. Israeli return the water off. Israeli return the electricity off. Wait a minute. I got to survive.
Now let David let David explain. I won't say it, but let David explain why those walls were built.
Okay.
Oh, no.
It's the question is what came first, the chicken or the egg? All I could say is statistics have shown that since that wall went up, suicide attacks went actually down.
Right.
So it's actually stopping people from coming in. Another point I want to make is there's a big difference between Arab Israelis and Palestinians. Like I said before, Arab Israelis that have citizenship in Israel, can move around as freely as Israelis. Palestinians, on the other hand, can't. Now, what Mike said before is true, that they're like the black people from back in the 60s. And yes, when I go through checkpoints, they wave me on. If there's an Arab, they'll ask him for identification, then they'll move him on. And I agree. You could call it racism, call it whatever you want. There's a reason why it's done. It's because Jews aren't blowing up their own country. The Arabs are. It's the same thing like what Ant was saying back on about the Oklahoma City bombing. Black people aren't going around. They're not mass murders. It's usually the white dude that's doing it. The same way, who's doing all the bombings? It's the Arabs. I'm not saying every single one is bad. I'm not saying you're bad.
Mr. Jewy Jew, tear down that wall.
Hey, can one of you guys explain the Oslo Agreement and how that was kind of close? What went wrong with that?
I honestly don't look into it a lot.
You know what, Jimmy? I gave up a long time ago.
It's actually the Laszlo Agreement. They were talking and then just decided to smoke pot and play games.
My friend was a man who owned the cellar, was an adamant Israeli.
Yes.
But he was a smart guy. Like, he wanted to debate the Palestinian prime minister, I think, or their, and the guy backed out, like he was going to debate him, then he wouldn't.
Wow.
Like, Manny was a smart guy. And he said that in Oslo, like, the Jews gave everything the Palestinians wanted, except for like 3% of the land, which was strategic. He said they offered everything.
Jimmy, it was 98%,
they turned it down.
Actually.
What's that?
It was 98% they offered.
Okay, so I said 90. I was saying except for 3%. So 97. Okay. I'm saying except for 3%.
Well, Jews, every single percent counts.
Okay, but it was.
Oh, Jesus!
There was a relative of mine. He's a Jewish, very, very liberal woman who is very, very pro-Palestinian. And she was an interpreter, and she was in those meetings, and then she just turned and she said they offered them everything, and they said no.
Who was that? Arafat fucking said
no.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Yes.
Yes.
So I don't understand what that was about.
Well, yeah. I can tell you exactly what that was about. When Arafat died, he had 23 million in the bank. He did not have the Palestinian people for his whatchamacallit. The only thing him and the current Hamas, all they're in it for is in their money. They have no interest.
I know, because he had this.
Because they're in it for the money.
Yeah, he had the same suit that Hans Gruber had.
The only group that had the Palestinian in mind was Hamas. That's the only group. They're the ones who take the money and put them into schools. Who take the money to build hospitals. Who take the money to build this. They're the only.
Oh, one second. And they go ahead and kill 3-month-old babies in their sleep. That too. Just put that in as well.
Really?
Yep. Didn't it happen in the Tamar 3 months ago?
Oh, really? And Israeli said, dude, there was a video of a father protecting his son, and Israeli soldiers shot him. There's a video of 6 Israelis beating a 5-year-old kid. There's pictures and videos of Israelis using children as shields. Do you know what the Israeli army is there? They're not there for peace. They are there to protect the settlements. That's the only reason why the Israeli army is in there. That's it. Their job is to protect the settlements. And you know what? There was a movie made in the UK called The Promise. It is a perfect example of what goes on in Israel.
The Promise?
Yeah, it's called The Promise. The UK movie. I watched all 6 hours of it in a sitting, and I couldn't believe it. I learned so much about how bad
what they've done to that country.
Sounds like a chick
Yeah. Starring Sarah Jessica Parker as the horse who tries to save the Middle East.
I like it. I like the cover of the disc, the movie poster and stuff. It's got like an Arab and a Jew, and they're back to back.
Oh,
and it's like, and the Palestinians holding on to the Jew's prayer shawl, and he's going, look at you, and the Palestinian's like, oh, you.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Jew is holding onto his bomb belt so he can't pull it.
The movie's actually about how Israel was created through the eyes of a British shoulder, and it goes back and forth between now and then. But it's actually a really good movie.
You had to give up one of our children. I was so sad.
Should we have closing arguments now?
Closing arguments.
We got David live from Israel and Mike in California, who's the Palestinian.
Yes, we'd like some kind of solution here.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, Mike, you go first.
Mike?
David, you go first.
Oh, David.
Oh, boy.
After
They're even going to argue who goes first.
Let's toss a coin and watch David snatch it out of the air.
So we'll never know if it's head or tails. Went through 10 coins already.
Yes, I know.
I keep it never hits the ground.
I know. It's like
picking them up like a frog tongue with a fly.
I love David from Israel because, no offense to David, comes across slightly wimpy when he calls our show, but very informative. But, man, when it comes right down to it,
his Jew comes out.
He'll fucking snap your neck.
Exactly, a big cape with a J on it.
Right.
David doesn't play games.
David does not play games.
Fucking David of the Mossad.
So have you guys decided who goes first and why?
You know what? I'll go first, and just for the fact that there's never going to be peace there, and nobody wants peace there because it's not worth it to have peace. It's all about money, and it's all about Israeli wanting all of the land. They don't want to share it, and that's just the bottom line. Palestinians don't want to go anywhere else, and that's it. There's just no way for peace to happen there.
And David, any rebuttal there on Mike's comment there?
I agree with him. I don't think there's going to be peace anytime soon. I think eventually there will be something catastrophic is going to have to happen for there to be peace. I mean, I understand they want their land, but again, who attacked who? Who came after who?
Right.
That's number one. And number two, we were kicked out of your lands back in the day. We were, allowed Jews to come from Syria and stuff like that. I don't see you guys open your doors to taking us in and letting us have the right of return to come back to you guys.
First of all, we were there first before 1948. So who came first, the chicken or the egg? It was us. We were there first. We opened up the doors. You all came in. We were all welcoming you. There was no problems before 1948. You can't sit there and say, oh, Jews always had problems. Before 1948, the Jews and Palestinians lived peacefully. Before that,
and then we split. Okay, then we split up the country. Then we split up the country, and everybody was living nicely until you guys came along and attacked us. Who attacked who?
David. The country wasn't split evenly. The country was split 90% in favor of Israel, 20% Palestinian. On top of that,
it's 110%
separately, which means that in order to get from one Palestinian territory to the other, you have to go to the state of Israel. That doesn't work. No way should that work.
Isn't the big sticking point that both of you want dibs on Jerusalem?
That's another. I think that was the sour point with the 98%.
Yeah.
When the other 2% was Jerusalem.
Was Jerusalem?
We'll hold that there. So that's,
right.
That's the big problem. At the end of the day, I don't think it's this plot of land. I don't think it's that plot of land. We just don't trust them based on history, and they're pissed off at us.
Right.
Based on how we treat them because of what they do to us, and we don't like them because every single time there's a bombing, who's doing it?
Point. I love. They don't treat us because of the way they don't like us because of history, and they don't like us because of what we do to them because of what we do to defend ourselves.
Can they just agree to dismember each other?
Yeah, you know what, man? You know what? Bottom line is that my father goes back. He stays there for 3 months. He comes back. He's not allowed in that country. My uncles are not allowed in that country. It says that basic human rights, if you're an Arab in that country, you do not have basic human rights. Bottom line.
All right, hold on.
And, 1 second. If a Jew went to Syria, how long do you think they'd keep him there before they kill him?
Oh.
Or if a Jew went to, if a Jew went to the Gaza Strip, how long do you think he'll live there before they go ahead and take his head off?
Why would he has a house in Israel. He has a house in Israel. He can't live in his house. We're talking about.
Is he an American? Right. 1 second. Is he an American citizen?
He is an American citizen. He was born there. He is an American citizen.
And I don't know why. Because I know the deal is if you're an American, you come in for 3 months on a tourist visa, and after that you have to get some of the paperwork. But
wouldn't that be any immigrant?
It's more than that. It's more than that. I got family in Jordan who can't visit. Dude, I went to go visit, me personally, as an American citizen with an American passport, born in America. I went to go visit. They're like, no, you're not allowed in. And they turned me back. Why?
Okay, why? Because, again, like I said, there's a history. They don't know who you are. They don't trust you. So a lot of Arabs do come into this country. I know a lot of Pakistanis. I have personal business partners.
The Jews got to start trusting.
First of all, they don't know who I am is a lie, and I'll tell you why they don't know who, and I'll tell you why that's a lie.
It's hard to end this.
Because the computers between Israel and America are linked. There's been times where my family has gone, and they were able to bring up a lot of the traveling history, a lot of the history that's there. And they were able to go in, but they're able to see that traveling history. So it's not like they don't know who I am. They know who's coming in and out of the country. You know, they know exactly who's coming in.
All right, hold on a minute. Steve on Staten Island wants to talk to the Palestinians. Steve, go ahead.
How are you guys?
Hey.
How you doing? This Arab guy loves to reinvent history. You know, he's threw out the words that it was their land first. Well, I got news for him. They built the Dome of the Rock on our temple, but not the other way around. So we were there well before them, thousands of years ago. Number two, he keeps talking about, Arabs want peace, and, it's all the Jews' fault. Throughout history, Arabs cannot live with anybody but Arabs. In India, the Arabs went crazy. They had to create Pakistan because they were killing each other. In Israel, when it was created, the Jews begged the Arabs, please stay, don't leave, when the UN created it. What they do, the Arabs left, came back and attacked them. They attacked them 2 times after that. The reason that nobody could ever live at peace with these people is they're animals.
It's 1 point at a time, bro. 1 point at a time. You guys
you can't multitask and, multiple things?
All right, 1 point at a time. All right?
This is the year 2011. You bring your rocks, I'll bring my tank.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny, because you know who paid for that tank? Me as an American citizen paid for that tank.
Let me tell you something.
For that tank. Me as an American citizen,
I'm the biggest pro-patriot American in this country, but let me tell you something. The Israelis are a very self-sufficient country. The only reason America has to give them money is because no country of that size can defend themselves against 300-400 million animals living around them.
Mike, you wanted to rebut?
I'm sorry?
No, Mike wanted to rebut.
Yeah, Mike has something on that.
Right. First of all, it's very simple. We, as an American citizen, when Israel gets $4 billion a year, all right, that money...
We just spent over $1 trillion fighting you people. Continue.
Righteous buck.
Wow. Why? Wow. This country, America, gives Israel over $4 billion.
We just forgave Egypt $1 billion debt yesterday. We spent trillions of dollars fighting you people from trying to kill our babies, women, children. See, that's the difference. You also mentioned originally, let's go back because I like to multitask. You mentioned originally that the Jews were the original terrorists when they were fighting the British. See, the big difference is when I have a terrorist that fights the military and not only fights them, but lets them know, hey, we're going to blow up this place, so you may want to get your soldiers out. They actually even gave the British warnings before they attacked. There's a big difference between a person attacking a military target and a person strapping a bomb on a 12-year-old and sending him into a bus station. And if you can't see the difference in that, then it just proves you're an idiot.
You know what? Let's talk about the other one. Let's go back a little bit here. King David Hotel, when the British Army was there. What? I don't remember that. Yeah, the King David Hotel in 1945 when it was blown up by a Jewish terrorist.
24-hour room service?
What notice did you give them?
Need that.
Oh, we didn't give them notice. Okay.
Excuse me. The Jews gave the British the warning and told them that the King David Hotel is going to be blown up at this time and this day. Well, the British weren't good enough to look in the milk to find the bomb.
Let me get this.
That's their own problem. They couldn't find the bomb.
Let me get this straight. You
like to make the point that, the Jews were the terrorists before. The Jews were the terrorists before. Let me ask you. You guys don't like Christians. You don't like Hindus. You don't like anybody who's an Arab. In fact, you don't even like other Arabs. So let's get to the fact that you guys just can't live with anybody. The fact remains, this world is in turmoil. This
is why Obama's wasting his time. Just like the rest of the presidents that tried.
I'm You're not going to make it work. I'm going to talk to you. Fucking Jew. Oh my God. Oh look, there's a corner. Blah 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 blah. How you fucking
you know what? And that's the reason you have to beg me for food.
Talk over me. I got nothing important.
The way you talk is why your motherfucking family is starving in Gaza because they don't even know how to farm. The Jews took a desert and turned it into a fucking agricultural center.
We took it. Don't fuck it. You guys took it in 1948. Then what? You guys took it in 1948. Look what you did in 1948.
This guy's being called Jew Pesci.
Being from California,
that's a good one.
Jew Pesci.
You know what
Jimmy
the hell
James.
you're talking about.
Thank you.
You know,
you're just an uneducated California.
I'm uneducated. I'm uneducated.
It really is an example of just
I got nothing important to say.
how futile this is.
That was a good point, though.
I heard that one.
Did you find that corner yet?
Right.
This is what it sounds like over there all the time.
I got a couple quarters. How many quarters do you want me to shut the fuck up?
That's one thought. Listen to me. Now, you want to get to the points, or you want to get to personal bullshit attacks? Because I'm not trying to tell you. In fact, my family may own your family in Israel.
You haven't stopped talking. Do you understand that you have not talking since you got on the fucking phone? You have not stopped talking.
All you've done is you tried to bully poor little David over there.
I haven't said two fucking words.
Thank God all the Jews ain't like David, or else we would have lost the war 30 years ago. That's number one.
Let me explain
Number
something.
two, why don't you answer one fact? Why don't you answer this one fact?
We wouldn't have had this conversation if it wasn't for my David.
Because you keep talking.
I was a dome of my cock built on top of King David's
What? I can't. You're talking again. What did you say? What?
There you go. You're a very intelligent man. You like to create. You create your own history. The fact remains that there are Arabs on the Israeli
This is my last relationship.
I love this.
How many Jews are on any
Jews, Arab, Jew.
Yeah.
These Jews are only here because of this. You guys are fucked, man. The only thing you guys are manipulators. That's the only thing the fuck
you're begging us for electricity. 2 minutes ago, you were bitching about electricity, but we're fucked. My friend, if we have electricity, you're fucked.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you guys have electricity, exactly. Oh, wait, are you an Israeli or are you an American? Who has electricity? American?
My father's an Israeli, but my allegiance is to this country. But when I hear an idiot like you reinventing history to try to make your point,
history. It's fully documented. The only people who reinvent history are you. Well, you guys sit there and you make up. You don't have a valid point to stand on.
You know what? Let's sit down like gentlemen for a minute. Originally, your point was that the Jews took your land. Is that correct?
In 1948, the UN gave Jews the land. Yes.
Okay.
Did they not?
So, what happened 2,000 years ago? I mean, you act like the Jews have zero claim to that land. It's just yours. You guys started it. Do we have any claim to the land?
Do you have any claim to that? Have it 2 years ago? Absolutely not. You know, only time you had claim, dude, let me finish. Only time when you guys got claim on that land is when it was given to you in 1948.
Okay, so before that don't matter. When the Arabs attacked the Jews throughout history, there's no claim. So let me ask you, so the Jews have no claim to the Middle East? Okay,
why would that matter?
He's talking like 2,000 years ago. Yeah.
2,000 years ago, when in 1948 you're given the land. Now, let me ask you a question here. I don't know your name. Let me ask you this question here. The people that were in that land, when it was given to Israeli, when it was given to State Israel was created, the people in that land that were Arabs were not allowed to stay. They had to leave.
Actually, you're wrong about that. The Jews asked the Arabs, don't leave, don't stay, we can do this together. What you guys decided to do was leave and immediately turn around, make a U-turn, and kill us.
That is not true.
U-turn.
The Jews at that time were going door to door, killing everybody. They don't want Arabs in that town.
Okay.
Rewrite history.
There you go. That's reinvention of history 101. There you go.
That's what Aragon was doing.
Jews are going to just...
You know what? I feel really bad for you because apparently your father's been lying to you your whole life.
Oh, shit.
Your father's just been giving you...
Bringing a father into it.
Oh, shit.
What
she does, though.
Woe is me. The Jews hate us. Let me ask you a question.
Let me ask you something.
They are the master of woe is me.
Let's pull the Jews out. Let's pull the Jews out of this equation for a second. How about the Christians? How are they treated in Arab countries?
Very well. Absolutely.
Oh, are they really? So now you're telling me that Christians are treated well.
Let me answer it. What is
friend, you're a complete fucking lunatic.
I got stuck in the middle of a bunch of Palestinians. Pow, boom, bang, ping, pow.
If you don't want to hear the answer, you're going to talk over everybody. That's what you do. You don't want to hear
talking over you. I'm not talking over you when it comes to that subject. The fact remains, Christians are not treated well in Arab countries.
I don't know if Mike is arguing with a cartoon.
In fact, wasn't it a few months ago that there was some churches being burned all over the Arab world?
Absolutely not.
That's part of the Arab Spring.
Sponsor.
Some countries, give me an example. Let me know. You want to go
Pound that shit all night.
Okay. Oh, let's see.
People are being entertained by this.
Wow.
I love it.
It's just a great insight.
You kill other
Why
Arabs.
Obama's wasting his time.
Yeah.
They all wasted their time.
Because this is street level.
Yeah, this is it.
You two are.
Pulled out. If the Jews pulled out of Israel tomorrow, and you guys,
and if Arnold pulled out 14 years ago, all right?
Is it still us? Is it still the Jews' fault?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I was too busy cussing you out.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, you guys are stripping it down from, the politicians and Obama and Netanyahu and all of these fucking leaders and everything to street level. This is the population. These are the people. And it's, to me, the situation is hopeless.
It absolutely is hopeless because you know what? Politicians are worthless on both sides. And I'm not going to say that Israeli politicians are better than Arab politicians. But
I
agree.
I made them agree. The Anthony Peace Accord right
there. I like it.
They agree that the politicians suck and it'll never be solved.
The people in the streets on the Arab side feel like him, on the Jewish side feel like me, and the fact remains there will never be peace there. Obama
guy in the middle saying, what do you want from me?
Yep. And the guy in the middle is the children.
What did Steve say about Obama at the end of that rant?
I said Obama can do whatever he wants. He could, demand 67 borders. He could send flowers. He could forgive debt. It's not going to change the feeling of the average person in the street. When you're a person, an Israeli, for example, who gets on a bus and has to worry, oh, shit, this guy's 2 shades of mocha, he may blow the bus up.
2 shades of mocha.
My turn. Hold on, my turn. My hands up, my turn. The mode of transportation for troops in Israel is the bus. That's how troops get around Israel, is by the bus. So when they blow up a bus, they're blowing up Israeli soldiers.
Oh, really? Okay, so those little 13-year-old girls, you see pieces of them, those are soldiers too. So now Israel has slave labor children in the army. The only people, 17 and 16, I see getting killed are Jews, and I see Palestinians getting killed when they strap bombs on themselves.
Oh, really?
You people, I'm calling a solution. You people should first gain a respect for human life. When you could respect human life, then maybe you'll start blowing yourselves up, and then you'll be able to respect
we blow ourselves up because we got nothing better to do. It's got nothing to do with self-deprivation.
Apparently, you don't have nothing
you
better
guys
to do.
blowing up electricity. You want to talk about blowing up schools? How about you guys when you blow up schools? How about you guys when you guys kill children?
When you blow up schools.
That doesn't happen. We don't do that.
Are you talking about Gaza? When you dumb motherfuckers decided to use children as a shield by shooting rockets through schools?
Shields are Israelis.
So should we actually not attack terrorists because you guys are cowards and hide in schools?
Dude, I'm going to be boots by the time you're done with this bullshit here.
No, you're going to ask for it because one day tomorrow you're going to wake up and say, damn, let's do it.
Wow.
Just doesn't.
You're going to wake up tomorrow.
This is it, though.
There is just a
Should we
mutual
call time on this?
Yeah, we have to take a break.
Yeah. We do have to call time. It has been an hour.
We've got a lot accomplished.
Yes. I think we got a lot accomplished here.
Today, guys.
We've started a dialogue, which is good. We've started a dialogue.
We are close. We're definitely close.
Yes.
I can taste it.
All right, listen. Closing statements, hopefully. Steve in Staten Island, you first.
Okay, the fact remains, until Arabs will recognize not only Israel's right to existence, but that Jews are not monkeys, there will never be peace. But the difference is, we will always whoop their ass in a fight.
All right.
My friend, it's your turn.
Mikey?
All we want are basic human rights. That's the bottom line. All Palestinians want are basic human rights. They want a right to exist. That's all they want. That's the bottom line.
A violin.
That's look who's talking about
fucking violin.
Look who's talking about the violin.
Yeah, and here they go. They can't just do a closing statement.
All right, listen.
These two are unfucking believable.
Steve in Staten Island, thank you so much.
Guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for years.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, they're calling you Jew Pesci. Call back soon, please, Steve.
And
Mike, good job. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you so much. Calling from California.
The Palestinian
we
side.
We greatly appreciate it. And, of course, I'm very surprised David stayed on the line. He just lost some money on hold there. David in Israel, who started this whole thing.
Also, one thing, Ant, did you get my contact information from last time?
Wait, did I? I don't think I did. He was supposed to.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it just matters to me the money, so.
Okay. All right, David.
If you put me in hold, I'll give it to you again.
All right, David from Israel, in the heart of the situation.
Wow.
Thank you, David. All this doesn't mean shit because the world's ending in 2
The world ends tomorrow.
Do the Jews and the Palestinians think the world's ending?
I don't know, but it sure sounds like the beginning of the end right there. There is such hatred between those peoples. It will never be resolved.
That's why when I saw Obama on TV, I'm like, this old
just shut up.
What the hell is he going to accomplish?
Shut the fuck up.
By the way, why do we forgive $1 billion in debt to Egypt? That's the type of shit that makes me so sick.
It's a bribe to keep them from fucking around with,
But they still want to fuck us for more money. Afterwards, you were reading that thing which annoyed me so much about gas pumping.
We'll
it's like
talk
they
about
just
that,
gotta fuck you for more money.
That's a good one.
All right,
it's constantly being fucked.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. We have a really fucking busy show. Bill Burr, Dr. Steve, Chris Hardwick, John Rich, who's in the finals of the Celebrity Apprentice. Bobo, Big A, Stalker Patty, The Rapture's tomorrow.
Do you know who John Rich is? I don't know who he is.
He's just a finalist in the Celebrity Apprentice.
We said he asked us on the way out.
Yeah,
we both said no.
Yeah, we said no, and then Roland was saying no. I said I don't care, or I don't give a shit. And what I was saying was I don't give a shit about the show, The Apprentice. And I said no about the guest. But then it was turned around to I don't give a shit, yes or no, book him or don't. And he turned it into a book him.
Well, then he cornered me, and I said yes, but that's not how. I'm just one vote in this whole thing.
Right.
So he cornered me, but what are you going to do? It's a huge show, and the guy's a finalist. We'll do 5 minutes.
Roland's coming down the hall.
But we can't be squeezing in. I don't care if he's here or not.
As Roland takes his time walking down the hall. On the way, we got an update on the adult baby. Norton's tweets yesterday, fantastic. And an update on Botox Mom.
Yes.
After the break.
Botox Mom.
But first, Roland, quickly, before the break.
Hello, Roland. Roland, was there a misunderstanding yesterday in any way, shape, or form? Are we going to have to tape record these conversations?
I'm tired today. If you don't want them, I'll email right now.
What's the matter?
What?
What's the matter with your voice?
We're now for the show, trying to get a bigger guest. What show? What the fuck are you here? Right here, this show.
You said you went out for the show.
Yeah, for this show.
I think you went to just watch a show.
No, well, I went to see Bill Burr, and then we went to other bars.
Okay.
Okay, because you sound a little raspy today.
Tired?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll leave you alone.
My friends, I didn't know they had off today, so it's 3 a.m.
Oh, late night.
You only stopped partying 4 hours ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy
what do you got there? Anything fun?
Oh, no, that's short.
Oh, yeah.
That will take John Rich. Thanks.
No, Greg Charles said hello.
Greg Charles, great.
Bill Burr killed last night.
Of course he did.
Bill Burr's great.
It was sold out. It was like packed.
Yeah.
Sold out on Thursday.
Yeah, Bill is great.
It was standing room only, and Stephen Wright came by to see Bill Burr, like a bunch of older comics.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just heard this guy laughing, and then one woman goes, "Can you shut up?" And you hear, "Okay," like that voice.
Oh, why?
And I turn around to Stephen Wright. I'm like, "Oh shit."
Who told him to shut up?
Some
because he was laughing?
Because he was laughing. He goes, yeah, that's a really good, like, he just said, like, that was a really good point that Bill made.
Yeah.
And the one goes, can you be quiet?
Oh, shut up, you cunt.
And then you see Greg like this. He went there and like kind of like lashed at the woman.
Really good. Good for Greg Charles.
Yeah, he didn't take any guff from that.
No.
And Greg goes, "Are you a lesbian?" And the woman goes, "No." He goes, "You should be."
Wow. Hammer him. Is the Sunday show sold out for Bill Burr?
He said just about.
It has to be.
They're doing like standing tickets now for it.
Jesus, good for Bill Burr. Yeah. He's got 6 shows at Carolina, right?
Good.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 8 shows.
Yeah, DeRosa and Doug Senier opened up. He was a really funny guy.
All right, I don't know him, but DeRosa always kills too.
Yeah.
All right. Are we taking John Rich for a few minutes, or I don't?
Yeah. We are. I'm not going to tell him no now. You know.
Yeah, that's not nice.
Kind of an insult.
Fuck him.
Right.
Fuck him.
We'll just throw him in
his ass.
Fuck that show. I'll take him, but I'm just sick of it. I hate Trump so much. I'm sick of that cocksucker.
I couldn't tell you one
show.
fucking second of that show.
You're fired. You're fired.
Meatloaf losing his mind a little bit.
I like Meatloaf.
Oh, that was from that show. Right. Okay.
Trump and his dumb, miserable face.
Yeah, I can't watch The Apprentice myself.
I don't know how it's still on. It's like,
but I understand why he wouldn't want to run the free world and want to continue with that show.
Oh, of course.
Makes perfect sense if you're Donald Trump.
Yeah. Let's.
All right, well,
Palestinian got to eat.
Yeah, one.
Robin,